Hi there, my name is Brent.
Oh, just imagine you wake up to go somewhere with your friends, you and your friends into shop at the mall, and right before you're about to leave the shop, you get stopped for something. You ask what it is, and they say they're suspicious just because of your color. What would you do? What would you say? And what would happen? Hi there, my name is Flynn.
And my name is Brent. And
And-
today we're going to talk about a big problem in our modern world today. In our world today, we find a lot of problems like sexism, ableism, religious discrimination, elitism, and many more. But there's also another problem that stands out. That problem is called racism. You might think that this is going to be a podcast that has every other idea from any podcast, but we hope that this podcast helps take down racism or can do something big.
Racism is when you judge someone that is from a different country and treats them differently to other people. Many people in the world have encountered this, like a famous basketball player named Russell Westbrook, who has played in a game against the Utah Jazz when a Utah Jazz fan told Russell Westbrook to get back on his knees as a reference to slavery.
This year, on the 13th of March, there was a racist incident in Utah where a fan made a racist comment about slavery to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is one of the most loved players in the NBA, so I came to a shock that anyone would say anything like this to his face. So, Flynn, what do you think about this incident?
I think that it was unacceptable and not right. As a basketball player myself, I get a bit of banter, but this fan took it way too far. The incident had big effects on Utah Jazz players and fans. Some players asking for a trade, and fans no longer supporting Utah because of this. You know, Brent, I would ask for a trade too. So, Brent, have you ever experienced racism?
Um, yeah, when I was 8, at my old school, I experienced racism when my friend told me I couldn't play with them just because of my skin color, and I also lived beside a racist neighbor for 11 years.
How did it make you feel?
For the school incident, it didn't really matter to me. I just left and went to play basketball by myself. And for the neighbor one, I just didn't listen to him at all.
What would be some advice for anybody else who was in the same problem that you were?
I would say just don't listen to them because they're judging you as something that you can't change and you were born with. So, yeah, be proud.
Casual racism. An example of casual racism is back in the old days where a, there was a term called segregation.
Segregation was when a black person or someone from a different race could not be in a public place where white people were at, and the black people couldn't sit on a bench in the park. Many people in the world in those days were fighting back against segregation by doing riots, fighting back against the racist people, going to court, and more.
There were people in the world who fought back against segregation, like Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, etc. Without them, who knows how much longer segregation would be around. Now we will be going to interview Finn, a student from St. Francis of Assisi School.
Please welcome Flynn Gavin. Hi, Flynn. What do you think about racism?
I think racism is a worldwide problem that needs to be solved. It happens every second of every day. People can be racist in any way. It might be at a sports day or just out on the street.
Have you ever experienced racism, Flynn?
I haven't, but I'm one of those lucky people. I know so many people that have, and it's a horrible thing.
What do you think about the Utah Jazz incident where Russell Westbrook was assaulted by a fan?
I think that it was just disrespectful. You shouldn't be able to do that. People pay money to basically do anything at an NBA game. It was just, I hated it.
What do you think of racism in sports?
Racism in sport. People think that racism doesn't happen and that sport brings people together, but that's not true at all. I play rugby and some members of my team have experienced racism and it is not fun.
Thank you, Flynn. Thank you for using some of your time to let us interview you. So, Flynn, how do you think we can stop racism?
I think that we can stop racism by being kind to one another. I also think that we can stop racism by standing up to racist people and speak up against racism.
There are two different people, a bystander and an upstander. People who speak up against racism are called upstanders. They are people who fight against racism or any kind of discrimination and are making a difference in our world.
These people are great examples of how we can make a difference in our world today. So, what can you do to help stop racism?
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed.
Racism should not be tolerated in rugby or any sport.